like that. So now your axle, axle is going to go through here and it'll sit there and it can move up and down in there, and I'll get rid of these lumps. So yeah, anyway, I'll do all the other ones. Right, we've got all the holes drilled. Let's check out our suspension mounts. I actually will grind these off. Adhesive that I use, it's just with a activator. Hurry it up. Let's clean a bit of this material out of the middle here. So I'm done. I put some glue into there as well. Need to take your time and make sure, like, you don't want them like that. Once they're glued in, I'll be able to straighten them up a bit. Yeah, they're going to need straightening. They're twisted. But I should be able to twist them into place. Yeah, I think I'll activate that and twist them around with the pliers in a minute to where I need them to be, because they're a bit out of shape. Right, that's the new axle mounts done. Okay, now onto the springs. Now the springs I use these 28mm paper clips. Can't see it on that camera. And what you want to do is straighten it out. Best you can. And then what I've taken to doing is I get something hard, a piece of wood or whatever. I happen to have 2 cut off pieces of tile, and once I get the wire straightened to something like this with the pliers, I'll put the wire onto the table here and roll it with the hard tile on the mat. You do that a few times and you end up with a nice straight bit of wire. Now what we need to do is bend this piece of wire in the middle to a U again, like so. Bend it nice and tight. It's twisted, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Right, now that we've got that nice and tight, I like to grip it about there, and we're going to bend it each leg outwards to about there. So you end up with this. Now you want 2 of these. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get roughly in the middle of our chassis, and we're going to drill a hole, 2 holes, one here and one here. And you can probably see what's going to happen. This end of the wire is going to go through the hole, and then there you go, you got your springs. They're going to push down on your axle. Alright, let's drill some holes. Damn camera in the way. I keep bumping you. I'm not used to you being there. Right, we're going to feed these in under here. Put them into there. Like that. Right, you should have at the end of it something that looks like this. Now, take our trusty super glue again. And glue these into place. Now on this truck there was enough room with the interior that I could put a piece of this paper clip across here just to strengthen this all up, but the way that this interior is, I can't do that. They've got a console there, and you'd sort of ruin the look of it if you cut that all out. I mean, that's, yeah. I'll try it without it on this one. Hopefully these here aren't going to be a problem, and I'll go up into there, we'll see. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is, you can see here I filled this all up with glue to make sure those stayed in place. So now the interior won't go in there. So these axle holder parts can be cut off now, we don't need them. There we go. When my phone. Okay, so off camera I filled the back of these wheels with a bit of milliput because I didn't like how they were open, and when I paint the wheels up and stuff, that'll get painted. And I've also cut the axles down to the length I need. So now the axles will go through here on top of the spring, well, on top of or underneath, depending on which way up the car is, I guess. They go through there. Put the wheel on the other side. This one I cut a little bit short. And there we go. We have springers holding the axle up to the holder, and yet we still have movement in there. And there we have a monster beetle. Need to do some painting, bit of detailing. This video I mainly wanted to concentrate on how to make this suspension. And you can also make little bash plates to cover it up. Next thing we got to do, I didn't do. We can cut off these pieces now, we don't need them. There we go, so that's the suspension, and then you can make extra bash plates and whatever you wish as well to cover it up or make it, yeah. So yeah. The next video I'll paint this up and make it look good. So thanks for watching.